Snoqualmie was an effort to incentivize households to install solar on their homes by basically informing them of the average cost of solar, how to do solar, and also linking them under one solar installer that then provides a discount to the group of people that choose to install.
Solars is a really low-cost way to exponentially grow your green in a city. Because we're coming in and doing education campaign and helping residents actually invest in solar, it's a great way to leverage a lot of investment and help that spread locally.
Solarize campaign, it starts with Northwest Seed. It then requires a community that wants to be engaged and to take on the campaign. You then need a qualified installation partner, and then you also need a community that has interest. And this campaign in particular, working with Northwest Seed, with the city and the community, all those ingredients were really fulfilled. And there was great participation and energy on all levels.
I think that's what engendered a lot of more stronger support from the staff and the council in general, was that they didn't experience very little to no negative pushback from the community at all. And I think as the community heard more about, again, those initial projects that we'd already done, a lot of smart growth, new urbanism sort of planning principles and so forth, for composting and things like that, and the other projects that were cost savers, the more that the public in general embraced and bought into the things that the council was doing. They trusted that the council was doing things that were fiscally sound as well as environmentally sound. And it gave them more latitude to do that. So by the time we got to the Solarize program, we're even building this beautiful building that's a LEED type design, then it was strongly embraced by the community. I think there was a great deal of community pride about the programs like the Solarize program.
For our area in Puget Sound Energy, roughly 30% of the fuel mix comes from coal. So we have a lot of hydro in the area, but we do have greenhouse gas emissions whenever we turn on a light or use the dishwasher. So if we can get people to install solar that covers just a third of their home energy usage, you essentially then have a net zero energy home. So under that premise, we achieved 44 installations between Snoqualmie and North Bend, a neighboring city. So that means now 44 homes are essentially running coal-free.
We were excited about the opportunity to work with City of Snoqualmie. It is the smallest of those campaigns, but we saw that as an opportunity to work with a community that hasn't had as much exposure to solar and to these campaigns as the Seattle Central region.
I think the biggest lesson is a lot of people, the reaction is, oh, these sorts of things are initiatives to address climate change or environmental are costly and or sort of not fiscally prudent, and I think that's very misleading. I think they can be very cost effective and not only smarter things to do for the environment and to address one of the more serious issues facing our generation, but they can also save money and make a far more greener, cleaner, sustainable community, both economically and environmentally.